This is EDH Senpai with cEDH to tEDH. Today's subject is going to be information. This is going to be a few different classifications, but this one's going to be like trying not to bleed and try to control the amount of information you allow your opponent to gain. First and foremost, whenever you go to a cEDH tournament, a lot of organizers say at the beginning of the event that none of your opponents have your best interest in mind. That statement is 99% true. The only thing is that every single player will politic with you so that they do not lose the game. But every time they politic with you, they will try to get that 51% where you get 49. So they always want to be ahead of you by a little bit of information. So if player 1 is actively showing player 3 a card to help stop player 2, he's giving up just enough information to make player 3 think that this is what he has, or only what he has, or whatever, and they can deal with player 2. But then player 3 may think that player 1's out. Unless you literally give them your whole hand and be like, I got nothing, this game's over if we don't do something. Like, there's no active way to do that. And if you can get everyone to give you all their hands, then that puts you in the power seat. That's 99%, and hopefully you can just stop the win attempt, go to your turn, and win the game. That being said, there's another side to this with information where a lot of players, when they sit at the table, they sit like this, kind of facing away from the rest of the players, because some people bleed hands like this by accident, and then player 4 will see what player 3 has, which is super dangerous. And not actively, like, players won't try to cheat and take your hand. You just, if you're sitting there like this, you can't help but to accidentally see it. Like, it's kind of your fault in addition to them looking. And, like, sometimes you just can't revert your eyes. Any information, oh, is that the third spell you cast this turn? What's the storm count? These are little things that people use to try to pry information out of your hand. Because the whole goal is to figure out what your opponent has so that you can attempt to win around what they have. It's all an information gathering game. People ask questions, talk. I'm very known to be very chatty at the table if I like the players I'm with. But, like, it's always information. And, like, people give tells. Like, in poker, people have, like, you know, they keep looking at their hands. So that means they probably have interaction. I personally look at my hand and then put it down. That way people behind me that aren't in the game can't see it. People around can't see it. Like, it just limits the amount of visibility that people can see out of my hand. But you have to be able to remember your hands. So that's the other side to that coin. The whole goal is to limit the amount of information you bleed every time you look at a card. There's a world where, like, glasses may be a hindrance and maybe get a reflection. There's a lot of things. Treat it like it's poker, and everyone's going to try to get the best poker face possible. The more you play, the more you'll be able to find tells, and you'll find, like, the cues and the questions to ask. It's about asking the right questions sometimes, but this has been pretty much focused on just this side of it. The next time we'll talk about questions you can ask, how to, you know, make sure that you're not playing as somebody that is taking advantage of you, trying to spot the differences. I appreciate you checking out the content. This is cEDH to tEDH. I also do daily stuff on Instagram and TikTok. And we'll get back to tournaments soon enough. We weren't feeling the greatest, so we were off for a weekend. But that's going to be over soon enough. Alright, thanks for checking us out. If you like the information, subscribe, like the video. If you have any questions or you want me to focus on another topic, something I haven't done, or maybe something I've done and you want me to focus more on, specific typing of it, hit me up. Leave a comment and I'll get back at it when I can.